If God knows everything we're going to do in the future, then we don't have free will. But we do. If God doesn't know everything we're going to do in the future, then he's not really omniscient. God couldn't stop a murder when there were only 4 people on Earth. If we're supposed to be God's special creatures, then the universe is full of a lot of wasted space. The myth of a great flood and a virgin birth were around long before Jesus came around. Maybe those are just elements of an interesting story. Virgins can't get pregnant. Not without modern medicine anyway. Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin? Christian. Barney Frank? Not a Christian. God seems to agree with you about everything. Isn't that a coincidence? And isn't it also a coincidence that God seems to agree with all those Christians who also disagree with you? If you ever wrote a book with that many contradictions in it, your publishers would have to pull it from the shelves. If God made us in his image, why do we have vestigial body parts and organs that often fail? 99.9% of all the species God ever supposedly created are extinct. How many do-overs does God need? God doesn't exist because I said so. What, you don't like that reason? Because that's the same reason a lot of parents and pastors give to children to convince them God does exist. The Holocaust. The proof people give for why God exists is so often based on their personal experiences. God spoke to them. They feel God. They just know God exists. It's the sort of proof we would never take seriously if it were applied anywhere else. Too many of God's followers, using Bible verses to support their beliefs, have made life worse for other people. No matter what Ray Comfort says, God didn't create bananas to look like this. They evolved this way without God's help. Every time science and religion go head to head, science wins. You don't need God to be a good person. Just cut out the middleman. People have been saying Jesus is coming back during their lifetime for many, many, many lifetimes. He's not coming back. It's time to move on. God works in mysterious ways is typically a euphemism for stop asking hard questions. Between tornadoes in Oklahoma, droughts in Texas, and hurricanes in Alabama, there sure are a lot of natural disasters in the places that God supposedly loves. You were made in God's image. Except for your foreskin, apparently. You need to cut that off. Got any more short arguments against God's existence? Leave them below and we'll try to make a follow-up. My name is Hemant Mehta and I write at friendlyatheist.com. Please leave a comment below and we'll be sure to check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.